just started doing plays, and I found I was pretty good at making people laugh. And then, when I made people laugh, like I was a really nerdy kid, but then the girls were interested in me because I could make them laugh. And then I was like, yeah.
You love nerdy. Yeah, you're in the right place.
I just am drawn to characters that I get to play. I hope it, obviously at the end of the day, like when I die at the Emmys, I don't know if they'd show my film at the Oscars. I'm not sure if I'm big enough in film that way. But like in memoriam kind of video, there'll be a lot of Dwight. But there's a lot of other roles that I played that I think are very different than Dwight and transformational. And so at the end of the day, I really like to play a variety of roles that are widely different and stretch me in different ways. This is NBC Universal. They own like Back to the Future franchise that's made them $8 billion, right? And they wanted to Dwight's pencil holder to sell on eBay for $27. I'm not kidding. So I got Dwight's glasses and I got the nameplate on his desk, maybe one or two other things, but then it's crazy. Like I'll run into fans and they'll be like, I've got your desk blotter from your desk. I've got Dwight's scissors. I've got your, like, you asshole. Like, yeah, I paid $107 for it on eBay. So, thanks, good question. My favorite one is when they moved Dwight's desk into the bathroom. And he's like, warmer, colder, colder, warmer. And goes in, and then I just love the writer's details of then Jim calls Dwight, and Dwight answers the phone and asks a question about the price of paper, and then the toilet flushes, and then Kevin walks out. You can imagine what it smelled like in there, and I just love all of those kind of details that they did. And I think I got to direct that episode called Classic Christmas, where the Dwight was inside the snowman and all the snowmen out in the parking lot. And I do think that was Dwight's perfect prank on Jim. He created a fun house of horror to truly scare Jim to his core. I don't know what my blood type is. I should know that. I should know that. What's your blood type? You don't know? I think it's A positive. I don't know.
We can go with that.
My brother James always has a little bit more of a map in his head of where things are maybe sort of going, but that's always a little bit flexible as well. I personally had no idea. I didn't even know who Kragman. I mean, obviously, I literally didn't know who he was because he wasn't really a character. But I also, even as an actor, didn't really know who he was. I knew that he was there as sort of support for Yandu, sort of, and functionally, he's he's like. There's a lot going on in MegaCon. There's this thematic element of the movie where Kragman is really he's a soldier in the best possible way. He's he really is loyal, and I think he values loyalty over anything else. And maybe he felt a little disrespected over part of his life from everybody, really. It's funny, I got a question on a panel one time where somebody said, did your brother make you play Weasel just to mess with you? And I got all sort of, pride was hurt for a second. I'm like, hey man, first of all, my brother doesn't make me do anything. I'm a professional, I actually get paid for the work that I do, and they have to make an offer, I have to accept it, so I know what I'm getting into, not being forced into anything. Also, my brother and I have worked together forever, and we're creatively in tune, and you know, we talk through whether I'm right for projects that he's working on, and if it's not right, I won't be in it, which has happened sometimes for his projects. And we all kind of work it out, and really, you know, that's how it is. And then I thought about it for a few minutes, and then I was like, no, I think maybe he was actually just trying to mess with me. Asking me to play Weasel. Anyway, I don't know what to say about Weasel. That's just, you know, pardon my language, but one of my talents as an actor, hopefully not my only talent, but one of them is that I have no shame about doing weird shit. Gilmore Girls is like, career-wise, it's in some ways it's the gift that keeps on giving. In other ways, it's kind of the gift that stopped giving about 10 years ago. But it's no, it's been such a it has been such a joy in my life and my career to be associated with that show and to have played Kirk, and I still love the show. It's like I loved working on it, and I loved playing the character. And when I first came on, I auditioned for one day. It was a co-star role. It was like the character was the DSL installer, and without going into all of it, it's like I think that there was a kind of I think kismet is probably the word between Amy Sherman-Palladino as a writer and me as a performer, that it clicked. I understood her style right away, and I think she understood my style probably even better than I did at that point. She started, and so when they started asking me back to play more episodes, the character just kind of started to pop, and it's the best. I would do that anytime. As a performer, it's my absolute favorite thing in the world to kind of feel like you know, found the heart of the character. It's like it's the greatest, and so I loved it. I don't know if I'll ever get to play Kirk again, but hopefully one day I will. It depends on how you look at it, but because I love the episodes where Kirk's not actually working. Like I love the Tabby and Fiddler on the Roof episode, and Jesus and the Festival of Living Arts, which neither of which were really jobs. That's what makes Kirk in his free time, I guess. But I don't know. I really like being a dog walker because that was fun. That's certainly fun to be working with those dogs all day. It's not really all that fun, actually. I feel like that butters it on up to say I like working with dogs. That's actually a big, you know, and what I really like is being the hockey announcer because I got to sit down all day.